an inhale, lower back, curling, 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 and then we're gonna take a full body stretch. Now reach through your fingers, reach through your toes. Let's wake up this body, shift through your hips. Take a full inhale through your nose. Let the feet come on the floor and begin pressing your low back into the mat and coming up. We'll do some articulation with that lumbar spine. Welcome, come in, welcome body, welcome the breath. We're gonna welcome the mind and just let ourselves be here fully. Submerge your senses in the feeling of your back right now, coming up one vertebra at a time and coming down one vertebra at a time. Notice how it feels that your hips are level, that you have some tone in your legs to keep your knees over your ankles. And the back is probably waking up here. Breathe in through your nose and feel the belly, the ribs, and the heart. Now we're going to be staying up. So the next time you're up in the air, you can even check, are the hips level? Do you feel like the four corners of the feet are evenly pressing? And gently pressing the hands on the floor, nothing that creates any stress, but just a gentle frame. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, and then begin lowering down. Now, once your low back and your sacrum are down, hug your legs into your belly. This is a little rocking, hug of your thighs into the belly, add a little rocking. And we're going to take the left leg down on the floor and lift the right leg up in the air. Now the leg circles is going to feel like you're stretching right here, the hamstrings, and that you're keeping your abdominals engaged by pulling the ribs down. The left leg is pouring down to the ground. Breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. And then let's go the other way. So we're going to do about 8 each way. Breathe in. Feel your ribs connect. Feel no tension in the neck. If you have any tension, a great modification is to put a little pillow under your head. Let's take one more here. And then hold on to the underside of the leg, or maybe you could reach the calf. Just see where you can take a hamstring stretch. I'm going to pull those toes back as well, and I'm pouring the left leg down. Take another inhale. Should feel like it's starting to open up a little, and we're going to take, it's going to help the knees, take the right knee down, take the left leg up. Now we're circling the leg about 8 times each way. Breathe in and exhale. Ribs down. Now we're going to do it again. For the other direction, the one leg is pouring down, which opens up the hip. Good, the ribs are down, which keeps the abs engaged. Let's breathe in and out through the nose, and then catch your leg, maybe under the thigh. Pull your toes back on that top leg. Feel your hamstring getting some attention. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now I want to take us into a happy baby. So each foot is in your hand. Your knees are going to pull down on either side of your ribs. Your feet soles are facing the sky, so the shins are probably vertical or perpendicular to the floor. Right ankle to left thigh, reach your hands through the window. You might even add a little rock. Let's touch those hips, and a little movement in the ankles just fine as well. Follow your gut. 10, breathe fully. 5, 2, good. Take another inhale. Here we go. On the other side, ankle to thigh, reach your hands through the window. Clasp your fingers, and you can add a little right and left motion. You can even add a little point and flex, moving the ankles in circles. That's going to help the low back as well. Inhaling through that nose. Exhaling through your nose. I always feel like this next one is a wonderful complement to the outer hips. We're going to take the inner thighs, so supine bound angle. Hold on to your feet or your ankles, and then you can even use your elbows to gently wedge the inner thighs open. You want to feel like your inner thighs that are close. Yeah, grab your feet if you can, Betty. Hold on to your feet. The feet soles are probably touching. The elbows might even wedge the knees more open. I should say inner thighs more open. 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, now we're going to use our legs as a way to get up. But the first, I'm going to introduce it in a bicycle in the air. So you're circling your legs. If you want it a little harder, circle the legs further away from you. And if you would like to add an ab crunch, maybe you can come up to the shoulders. That's a layer 1. Maybe you can come up to the hips. So on your own, determine, are you going to come up to your hips or shoulders or just stay down, and do 5 of these. Good. And I can add the arms crossed for a harder. 3, intensity. And 2, take 1 more. Go up with your abs, and we're going to meet there. So whatever you were doing, we are going to meet on the seated position. Grab a sip, and we're going to touch a little rotation here. We have an arm open position, sit any way you want, and an exhale to add rotation. So upper back, 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now take an inhale. Here we go. Exhale to the other side. There's our beautiful upper back rotation. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Take that inhale. And then exhale, come back. And Michelle, I was hoping you'd be back in time for these. These are your favorites. This is a lateral flexion. Now, I want you to have fun, meaning if you want to rotate up and down, or maybe you have a particular range that's really useful for you, find it. 10. This is a great place to practice one lung breathing, especially if you're right-handed and the left side of your rib cage is harder to get into, the left lungs. Take that breath here into that left rib cage, and then go up and over, or whichever rib cage is open. So if you would care to rotate, you can. Breathe in, open. Now we're 10. We're going to try to breathe into that rib cage. 9. This helps with the brain as well. So your opposite side of the brain. 5, 4, 3, 2, and on the one before we add on a movement, an exercise, I'm going to do one more stretch. Let's stretch out the legs, go up. So what this is doing, we already woke up the back with spinal bridging. Now we're doing a little, since it's warm, a little of these stretches that are so important. Now bring in your heart, your breath to your heart, belly, rib, heart. 5, 4, the rack pose. 3, good, it should feel good. 2, and then on your exhale, grab a finger interlace position and massage your carpals. Sort of like putting on lotion with synovial fluid on the inside of your wrist. And then we're going to do one little wrist stretch here, palms together, lower it. There you go. 5, 4, good. If you've had to grip anything, 3, this is a good stretch. 2, opposite side is going to be a pull down. This is the top of the forearm. Inhale, and let's do the other side. Nice job. Now, if you would care for a sip, grab a sip. We're going to do belly down exercises. Also, the back body. This is also the back body, just like bridges were. Most of our activities in life automatically bias the front side. So you'll notice, as a general rule, I do tend to bias the back side. So this is this is Sphinx. Now, this is a great warm-up, and this is a good place to see how are you doing. Belly's lifting, shoulder blades down. If you care to add on, you may, I walked my hands out a little bit and forward and then lift it up. So for the first one or two, you're kind of more modified if you would like. Now just hold and breathe. There's no tension in the neck. The shoulders are down. Yeah, the belly's got a little lift. Now inhale, let's lower. Now this one is going to be hands beside your pelvis like you're a rocket ship. You're reaching down towards your feet. Breathe in and lift. Here we go. Breathe. Now I'm going to leave the feet down for the first 5 breaths here. You'll notice you go a little up and a little down. If you care to add on the next set of 5 breaths, lift up your toes. 5. Now relax for a moment. Let's do one windshield wipe position, which is like a release for your spine. It's informal. You can't get it wrong. Just have fun. Now the next one is, if you're able to, your hands are either going to rest at your low back, one on top of the other, or you can interlace and go palms towards each other. Lift up, and you can lift your toes if you're ready, if you'd like. Now hold 10. Doing so good. Lower down. Now, if you have the interlace, switch which finger's on the outside. So my right pinky's on the outside. Now my left pinky is. Here we go. Come up. And 10. And then relax. We're going to take a child's pose. I'd like to offer the child's pose with the toes under so your feet get a stretch. That's so good for your back when your feet are flexible and your ankles are flexible. They help absorb shock every time we take a step. Inhale. Now we're going to come back down. We're working on those posture muscles. We're working on the posterior chain. Now this time, you're going to inhale without your hands helping. They're hovering. You're going to lift up. So how high can you lift without your hands? Let your hands push you up. Now I'm showing a modified variation. The hands are in front of me and wider than my body. Exhale, lower down. Now we're going to do it again, just the upper body. Without your hands, lift up your upper body. Now when you can't go anymore, let your wide hands that are in front of you help push you up. And good. Now shoulders are down the back the whole time. Relax your body. If you're warming up, this next one, inhale, lift up your upper body. Your hands, if you're warmed up, could be a little closer to your body. But really what's more important is, can you keep the shoulder blades down the back? Notice how my elbows are pointing towards the floor. That's external rotation for the humerus. Inhale. And that's the opposite way that we tend to be towards life. So in life, so that's why it's so important. Here we go. Inhale, lift up your upper back. Then your hands assist you. Come up, elbows point down. Notice how I'm not craning my neck. I've got a neutral neck. And exhale. My neck is just in line with the rest of my spine. Here we go. One more time. We're going to hold it for 10. This time, come up, no hands. Now your hands help you. And we're going to hold for 10. You're still breathing, you're still moving, but you're basically in this high swan. Feeling the upper back, get the breath, belly, ribs, heart, get the breath. The neck is long, that's why it's called swan. The shoulders are not up in the ears, they're down the back. Take an inhale. Now exhale, lower down, and let's windshield wipe it and relax that back. 5. And then we're going to push back into a child's pose. You can put the shins together and the top of the feet on the floor. Rest as best you can. 5. And then we're going to come back out, guys. So go out, your pelvis is down, and we're going to do upper body, lower body. So still posterior chain. Here we go. Lift up the back. Now the hands help you up. Your exhale helps you go down, and your head or your cheek rests. Lift up your legs. Now lower your legs. Lift up your upper back. Let your hands assist you. And exhale, lower. Now lift up your legs. Lower your legs, lift up your upper back, let your hands assist you. Lower, lift up your thighs. Now this is going to be at your own pace. So when I'm cueing, don't feel rushed or delayed. Just listen to your breath. Go with your breath. Let your breath establish the pattern or cadence for your body to link to that breath. Inhale up and exhale down. One more time. Hold yourself up on this next one with the hands helping. 10, 9, good. 8, elbows are in. 7, good, Karen, that you went higher. 5, 4, 3, 2, here we go. Lower, and this way you can push back to a child's pose. I'm going to offer a knee wide child's pose. That way your belly has room for diaphragmatic expansion. So breathe in through your nose, fill your belly between your legs. Belly, ribs, heart. One more. And then come back up and grab a sip. So any little secondary goals could be 8 to 12 ounces of drink during our class. And then take your hands and knees on the floor. Now you're going to roll the spine kind of like we did with the cat-cow. Let me tuck in this shirt so you can see. All right, so flexion, extension, breathe in and round. Breathe in. This also, one reason this one's so good is because it helps fire the multifidus, the muscles that help support the spine. And if you've ever had low back pain, those muscles turn off. So this turns them back on. Articulation of the spine, scapular stability. And then I want you to come back into an all fours position and draw, 3 to 5 circles with your hips one way. This is just going to feel like you're getting some muscles that didn't get the stretch earlier. And about 3 to 5 circles the other way. Breathe in. Yep, you can't do it wrong. Nice. All right. Now, just to ignite those muscles, we're going to take the right arm and the left leg out. And you can opposite arm, leg, left arm, right leg. Try to keep the hips level. If you would like it harder, lift up the toes and lift up the shins. And everyone looks good. I'm just still going to give the cues so you know you're doing it right and to continue doing it. The ear is in line with the shoulder from the side. I don't see anyone dropping the head, so keep that cue up. Keep that cue correct. I don't see anyone drooping in the low back. One more each, guys. One more. And then a child's pose. Come back. Rest here. And then come up. Now grab a sip and we'll meet on our shins. If your knees want some more cushion, take a moment to cushion them up. We're going to be on our shins. And I mean, even one trick is just to fold your mat. You know, doesn't have to be a formal prop. Take a foot out. Adjust the britches, and here we go. Fingertips by your temples, most likely. Now, I'll give some other cues here in a moment. If this is too hard, or let's just say you're having a rough neck day, you slept wrong on your pillow, you can always keep your arms down here. But one thing about this pose is if people have trouble with supine abs, like your traditional crisscrosses example or traditional crunches, this is a nice one. Doesn't get in the neck so much, right? It also is good for osteoporosis. So now we're going to do one more. Now we add that rotation. So dip and turn towards the leg that is stretched out. Dip, you're looking at me, and then you're looking towards your leg. Inhale. The lower you go with your dip, the more you have to work to bring it up. So that's how you make it harder. You dip lower. 5, or that's one way. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we're doing a side stretch. This is a gate pose in yoga. You're welcome to add any kind of rotations you would like. Act like I'm pulling your arm. Nice. Good, Betty. All those rotations are really good for posture muscles, shoulder health. This hand that's in the air can come down. You can take your top leg back, breathe in 10. Or grab a yoga block and do it. That's nice. I've got my knuckles folded under. Inhale. Stretch, stretch, stretch. You feel yourself getting longer while you're in the pose. So a pose rarely feels static. When you're stretching, it rarely will feel still because your breath helps you increase it. Now we're going to take the other shin down. Take the other shin out, 1 foot long. You could be here, you could be here, and go away from, oh sorry, don't turn yet. Go away from the leg that is stretched. Inhale and exhale. 4, 5, good. 6, if you go lower, it's a little bit more demanding. 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're going to add a rotation. So inhale and then rotate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good. Hang in there. We're doing 10. 8. And I see it. No one's leaning back. That's good. You want to stay in your abs. If you're not sure, touch that area. Now we're going to do a couple of stretches that are lateral flexion. Go up and over. And you're never pressing on this knee sideways, maybe above it, maybe below it, or maybe just barely touching it, but you're not pushing into it. Want to protect that hinge joint. Long elbow. Stretch that elbow. There you go, Karen. Do you feel that? It was like a good inch. Breathe in. Now you're moving. You can tell when you're breathing, you may get deeper, deeper, deeper. So that's why I cue. Oh, it's like someone's pulling your arm. Go up. Now you might need a block. Maybe you just want to fold your knuckles or put your hand down. Top leg goes back a little bit. 10. Oh, good. 9, 8, 7. Really keep reaching. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, even to your hands. Inhale and then come back up. Grab a sip when you're ready. Good job, guys. Good. We'll touch some planks on this next one. So I'm going to, actually you can use a prop if you'd like. You can put your forearms down on the mat and extend your legs long, and we're just going to do about 10 counts here. 1, 2, and a static plank. 3, make sure the shoulder blades are wide. Yeah, head looks good. Betty, that looks good. Michelle looks good. Good, everybody. 4, 3, 2. Now, to the side, again, about 10. If you stack the feet, it's a little harder. If you stagger the feet, it's a little easier. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Lower with the hips. Go to the other side. And we're going to do 10 at the static. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then come back down. Now go to a front plank. And we're going to lift up the hips and put them back to plank for 5 reps. So it's going to look like this. Hips up, kind of like a dolphin. And then go back to plank. 1. And then lift. And then come back to plank 2. Lift. Come back to plank 3. Lift. come back to 4, one more, up, and then plank. Nice job. We're going to come to a sideways plank. Now this one is tree, so before I go up, I could put a foot here, I can put it here. A modification would be that the foot's on the floor. So you can put your foot in that position and then hold a tree pose, a little more of a yoga pose than Pilates. 10, 2, 3, 4, look at that, 5, looking good. 6, 7, 8, powerful. 9, lower that hip. We're going to go to the other side. And I like to put the foot up first, get that ready, and then up with a side plank. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and lower. Good job. Now we're going to go to the front plank. We're just going to do one more of these plank series and then switch up our block. So come to your plank in a forearm plank. Hold it. If you care to add on, push your feet forward and then drop back to your heels. Point forward and draw back. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice job. Come back up. Take a little sip. Great job on that. Whoops, out of tea on that one. Let's grab another one. And kind of the opposite muscle group is a reverse table. So we have an option of reverse table, reverse plank. Find what works for you. If you really just need to be off your wrist today, you could take a bound angle instead. So here's a reverse, or you could take a rack posture. Here's a reverse table. Now if you lengthen your legs, it's a reverse plank. Hold 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now lower down, and you can sit any way you want to. I want to give us, it's a wrist / arm stretch, full arm stretch. So open up, pull the fingers under, and then put them behind you as much as you can. Act like someone's behind you pulling your wrists together. Now a big breath. Now this is also an arm stretch. Flip your fingers and act like the fingers are trying to touch each other. Stretch out all the fingers. If you're like me, you notice sometimes one or two of the fingers try to curl still, but open them up like they're flat, like they're getting ironed out. Inhale. Good. And then just release those shoulders, and then we're going to take a lying down on the arm position. So one arm's going to be your pillow. Take an arm down, take your legs long. Now here's the work. Go up. Now try 20 obliques, double leg lifts. 5, good. 6, 7, nice, right in here. 8. If you feel unstable, you can use your fingers like little teepees to help you with the balance. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Now we're going to do this on the other side, but before we get there, lie on your belly. Now lift up both legs and tap the feet together, horizontal adduction, about 20 taps, hamstrings and glutes. About 10 more. Now I'm going to have us roll on the other side. You can turn away if you want. I just need to turn to this side so I can see you. That's a girl, Betty. And then do 20 oblique lifts. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and then 20. Now, one more time on your belly, lift up both legs and tap the feet together in horizontal adduction. Your toes are off the floor, your knees are off the floor, your neck is soft. 10 more. Inhale. And then push back, child's pose. Really good. Push back, child's pose. Breathe in. Grab a sip when you're ready. We're going to take a little circular motion for the legs. This is helpful for the joint, but also if you're trying to get away from trying to keep bones healthy and strong, preventing osteoporosis or just keeping the bones strong. So back to a side, it doesn't matter which, we'll do both. Take the top leg forward, up, and behind. It's like a really large D or a large circle. Now if I've got my hand here on purpose, it just helps me, hey, this needs to be active. This, you can feel the tone, it's like a drum. This is active, this isn't just hanging out flopping. The bottom foot, I like to gently push into the floor. It's actually helping me with balance. If you still would like more balance, just put your fingers down like little teepees. That's lubricating the joint. It's also, there's lymph right now, so you're pumping lymph right here. The inguinal crease has lymph nodes. You're pumping lymph, you're getting synovial fluid going. So really good for the hip because it's a ball and socket joint. It's like a mortar pestle, it's circular. And then building muscle, and then building bone density. Breathe in. When we link breath with movement, we're also helping the nervous system. And then that leg should feel like it's getting heavy. Take it in front. It's out of the way and passive. It's not pushing into the floor. Take your bottom leg and draw circles. Now try to lift it higher than your body initially tells you can. A little bit of a tone here with your transverse abdominals. Try to pull your toes back. 10. This helps complement. If you're walking or hiking or biking, this movement is going to help complement that sagittal plane cardio you're doing. We're birding. Now we're going to do everything on that side. Now go over. Your arm is a pillow. It's for your neck to be neutral. If it's not enough, grab an actual pillow. Take the top foot up, or forward, up, back, and around. 2. Now I'm going to ask these abs to help me. I'm asking this bottom foot to help frame, but don't want my neck involved. Good. Lubricate that joint. Yeah, you could think about like a big ballet movement. And I'm trying to increase the range of motion of whatever we individually have. Backwards, so go back. That's going to be a little hip flexor stretch. Come up, hip strength, forward, hamstring stretch. You feel how it's strength and it's stretch. Strength. And whenever we do any kind of coordination like this with exercise, our neuroplasty improves, our brain health improves. Now the breath, big inhales. Good, lubricate. It's like you're putting lotion on that joint. Also, the lymph nodes are right here, or some of them. We've got them all over, but they need to have the movement to get them activated. All right, here we go. This is soft. This hip is soft. Take the bottom leg, lift with a point. So I'm deliberately adding a foot cue so that our ankles, which are important for balance and back care, stability, not shuffling, proper gait is another way to say that, they're on board. Belly in, pull that toe, the toes back, go up and around. Good. Up, belly, breath, inner thigh, that should be working. Ankle muscles so we don't shuffle. Good. Inhale. And good. So we're going to take on your back position and then take your right leg up, pull the left leg down. The leg that's in the air, take it across the body a little bit. So that hamstring stretch that crosses the body, it's outer hamstring. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now take it to the side a little bit so it's not quite linear, but you feel like an inner thigh, maybe inner hamstring sensation. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now inhale, and we're going to take the other leg up. You can hold on to whatever you can reach and cross the midline a little bit. There's that outer hamstring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. Take it out a little bit. And 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Take that inhale, stretch it, stretch it, stretch it. And then both legs come in for a moment. And come up, we'll grab a little sip. Nice job. Good job, guys. I'm going to layer us a few things on this next one. So the cat-cow is going to be the first and also the modification. Then we're going to add a possible layer. So curl and curl. Curl flexion and curl extension. That may be what you choose to do. If you would like to add on, curl your toes, lift up your shins a little bit, and then do a cat and a cow and a cat and a cow and a cat and a cow. And then if you would like to add on even more, walk back to a down dog, lift up your heels, and then articulate your lumbar spine, middle spine, and upper back. Breathe in, and then tuck your chin, upper back, middle back, lower back, and drop the heels. Lift your heels, lower back, middle back, upper back. Breathe in, tuck your chin, upper back, lower back, middle back. There we go. So lower, middle, upper. And let's do 2 more or so. You're listening to your body. Woo, good job, guys. 1 more. Inhale. And tuck. Down dog. 5. Feel those calves stretch. 4, 3, 2, and then 1. All right, now take a break. The forearm stretch is fingers down. We did this earlier, but I'm going to add on. So this is the layering, even in the stretches. So this is the first layer, and then this second side. Now you can keep doing that, or you can try one where we did it before, but we just haven't done it in a few weeks. So right arm's on top, cross your wrist, hold hands with yourself. And then you can pull your forearm into a stretch. Good. And then take your other one and pull your forearm, sorry, drop the shoulders, I should say that. Pull your forearm into a stretch. So I'm still in front. I'm just use it so my wrists would be neutral. I'm pulling my forearm into a stretch. Does that make sense? Yeah. Good. All right. And then let go of that for just a moment. I want to offer a couple for the wrist. You know that one of my 72-year-old guy just fell and broke his wrist, so I do want to offer a couple for the wrist. It's Maldrasana. So if you don't want to take Maldrasana, take side plank on your forearm. So I'm going to demo forearm side plank. You could put your foot back, or if you do, because you know I've always said, hey, I know we want to be easy on our wrists, but we also want to stimulate them a little bit in case you do fall. And here it is. So that's Maldrasana. Please choose what you need. 10, 2. I just want to offer some bone stimulation on an area that is vulnerable. Top 3 hip fracture potentials. That's one of them. Hip and neck are the other 2. Breathe in. But guess what? This is activating the tricep, which is critical. Other side, sorry about that long lecture. Here we go. Side plank forearm. Here's your options. Side plank, foot back, all great. And then this one will stimulate the wrist. All right, here we go. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then lower. Good. Okay, massage your wrists, and you know the next one I'm going to do, I want you to listen to your body. You can do these push-ups, tricep oriented on the wall, which is a way to be kind of friendly to your wrist. You can do them on the floor here in a 4s. because we know that when someone falls, their tricep strength is pivotal. Or you could be on like on the knees and do them here, or on your toe. So about 10, but I'd like you just to go to a place where you feel like, hey, these are getting hard, but I can keep good form, but I definitely feel them and I wouldn't want to do any more. So I'm offering about 10, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and recover. Now, sit any way you want when you're ready. So you might like kneeling, Karen, but I'm gonna do this stretch. I mean a high kneel, sorry. You might like a high kneel, yeah. This is for posture. Jaw is parallel to the floor. And I don't see anyone kind of laterally flexing into that arm that's behind us. That's good. Keep your same body posture and then switch the arms. Yeah. 10, 2, 3, breathe fully, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, inhale, and then exhale and let that go. Nice job. Second set, 10 or 8 reps on the wall, on the hands and knees and quadruped, on the knees, modified plank, or on the toes. You choose. I just want to have a second set of those triceps. I would love, if anyone does fall, they have the tricep strength to catch them. So we're doing 10 to 8. When you feel that fatigue, 2, 3, breathe in and out, head back. Good. And then recover when you're ready. Good. I'm going to have us come up to standing without using our hands. And if you have to use your hands, do. But one way to do this is foot forward, no hands. Yeah, stand. And then feet are together. Now I'm going to step back. Catherine, I think you watched this class the other day, but we're just going to do a little bit for the neurology. But it can also be jumping, but I also don't want you to hurt your knee. So let me give you a backup plan. So here's one way, and it's also a pattern. Right leg, it's step in, step wide. So step in, step wide. Now listen to your body. If you just need to do this, so your knees don't do too much, that's fine. If you can do this, do it, this. Now, if you want, because we were looking at some studies that showed jumping does stimulate bone density, and it was just 3 minutes, I think it's 3 minutes 3 times a week. But anyway, I'm going to offer it, so it'd be out in. So you choose. You can do out in as a jump. Catherine, if that hurts your knees, don't do it, do the other. And then those of you that were doing the in out, you would switch it to be left, right? So either one. So 10 more, 9 more, good. Or mix it up, good, Karen. 7, 6, ball of the foot, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then take that. Nice job. So the next one would be right. I'm only going to do 3 of these, so you choose yours. Right knee, left knee. Now, see if you were to put your hands in front, can each knee get to the same, can it get up there where your elbows spin at 90? And I'm looking. Or is one tighter? And it's a momentary balance. Now, notice nobody's doing this. That's good. If you would like to offer a little bit more, you can do high knees, and I'll count to a slow count, 20. So it'd be right, left, 2, 3, your choice, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, good. 12, you can do anything you want with your arms. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Nice job. Very good. Now I'm going to offer calf raises as the last one. We all need calf raises anyway. Helps with blood flow. Go to all the toes. Now that's your move, and you know calf raises. You can just do huge things now, right? And make it a little pattern where it's up and in, because part of it's for neuroplasty. Now, if you care to add on, you can pretend that you're jumping a rope for 20 jumps. Listen to your body. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just counting to 25, 6, losing my ponytail, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And that's it. So just every now and then I'm going to offer those three or so exercises that get the heart rate up. Now, if you can, come down without any, I have to tilt this down. Come down without any hands. You can come down. Good. You can move that foot and come back down. Woo, nice job. Grab a sip. Terrific job, guys. Very good. Now, one more little challenge. I'm going to offer you to do it as a plank. And if you're thinking, I need to get a little bit of stimulus with my wrist and a little bit more with my triceps, you'll add on. But otherwise, just do the plank. So here's the plank. And if you care to add on, right hand, right arm, left arm. And then left hand, left arm, right arm. And we'll do one more. It's up to you. Right hand, right forearm, left forearm. Left hand, left forearm, right forearm. Sphinx pose or cobra. And even if you were just doing a plank, you realize you have to have the brain on board and it's paying attention. 5, so this is a swan of your choice. 4, now full lung breathing. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job, guys. Now we're going to take a quad stretch of your choice. So let me show you a couple things. One is hand to foot quad stretch. If you would like, Betty, like you're welcome to do on the roller if you want, or you can be on your side. Yep. Sorry, yeah, just doing a quad stretch. Breathe in. Let's do the other side quad stretch. So hold on to your, yep. Yeah. Now, you're going to do, Betty, you're ahead of us, which is fabulous. You're going to do a bow pose if you can, or a 1 foot, 1 foot. And then Betty, if you want to, you can be doing a side quad or do it again. So otherwise, these are just so nice. Full body stretch in the front body. One more time, or the other leg. Here we go. And then you're going to lie on your backside. We're going to do a rotation. So take the left leg long on the ground and put your left hand on your right knee and put your right arm out. Or you could add some circles with your arm. And you're going to feel a shoulder stretch, and you'll leave it in a place that feels good. Upper back, shoulder, lower back, and hips. Here we go to the other side. Take a knee down twist, and hand can help your knee. The other arm could do a few circles in the shoulder, and then you can leave it out in a great place that's a T or a Y. Five, 4, 3, 2. We're going to take another inhale and then come back to the Tinkerbell stretch. So your feet are a little wide, and let your inner knee drop down, pick up your left ankle and stretch the arms like a T or a Y. Now the breath, breathe in through your nose and send it real low belly, rib, heart. Inhale. Take the other side so your feet are a little wider than they would be in a typical bridge. Your inner left knee drops down. You might add on your right ankle to that thigh and your arms are up. Oh, hello. Breathe in. 10. Belly, ribs, heart. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we're going to put our feet up on the wall, but if you like to do this with a prop, a foam roller or a yoga block's a really nice prop to use so that you can have some elevation. Your feet are going to be higher than your hips, and the blood flow is now in the opposite way it normally is. You should feel a little decompression in your lower back if you're on a block. And relax the breath, belly, ribs, heart. And then wake up your fingers and toes, slide off the block, and slowly come up to a comfortable position that's good for you. You're sitting in a neutral spine so that it's almost effortless. And then we'll put one hand on the belly and one hand on the heart. And if we had a third hand, I'd have us put it in this midsection. But with 2 hands, I'll just have the bottom hand receive the breath. Breathe in. The bottom hand should expand underneath your belly. You should feel it expand equally left and right. That's what we're going for. Now you have to sort of just feel it go into your ribs without your hand. And then the top of your lungs, your top hand, should feel it expand, the upper right and left side of your chest. And then relax, the bottom hand softens, the ribs deflate, and the belly deflates last. Breathe in through your nose, bottom hand expands, ribs and heart. And then exhale, the heart deflates, the ribs deflate, and then the belly. This is called Dirga or 3-part breathing. Take an inhale through the nose and feel the belly, both left and right. Rib cage, both left and right. And upper chest. And deflate hand at the top deflates first, then the ribs, and then the belly. And then you can put both hands on your heart and just notice how good it feels when you've taken care of your heart, your body, your mind, your spirit. And we're just going to notice how it feels to feel good, kind of like a dog going outside, enjoying the day and exploring everything in their sight, their smell, their feel. So we'll just take a moment to set an intention that today I'm going to listen to my heart. I'm going to enjoy this day as best I can with heightened senses of appreciation.